We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Frazier. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Chargers first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
He'll take this to the 46. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 3rd down, it's Frazier. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, Herbert. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They will start this drive with Ford. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. Knight. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Open man right side, that's McConkey. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Again, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Up the middle they go. Frazier. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Frazier, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Got to give a lot of credit on that one, making a first down out of a play that looks like it wasn't going to get there. Ended up breaking tackles, getting his way upfield, getting the yardage. But I have to admit, it's a little disappointing defensively. Had him dead to rights, unable to get him on the ground. Kind of reminded me of myself back when I was playing. Too many missed tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Touchdown, Chargers. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Knight. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Touchdown, Giants! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, Tyrone Tracy. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Frazier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Herbert now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers. to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. On the move past the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now this one finds McConkey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Frazier. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. On the option right, Herbert. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Knight. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Giants 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 33, here's second down and 1. Off the play fake, Knight. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Knight. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chargers' 36-yard line.
2nd and 1. Looking Hyatt's way once again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2nd and 14. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knight. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white?
Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third and 8.
Back to throw. Knight. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might always be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give right side. It's Frazier. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, it's Frazier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Frazier. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. On third down, it's Frazier, and he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Chase McLaughlin now for the Charger field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Paid for this! Just right now! No way! I can't believe this!
What was that? Are you kidding me?
Back to throw. Knight. And this one's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Frazier, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, some strong running. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Off play action. Knight. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. Knight. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Operating from the gun. Knight. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And they'll go on the ground. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Knight. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Knight. Well, that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun on 3rd down, Knight. Flush to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Looking to throw. Knight. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a give, it's Jackson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Knight.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Curtis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end